57 Best Literature Review Topic Ideas. Making a choice on a good literature review topic might be a great challenge for many of us. What should it be like? Interesting for you and your audience, profound, covering a gap in the previous research on a specific theme. This is just an approximate list of primary criteria. The perfect topic should be neither too broad nor too narrow. There always must be some meaningful data on the theme, covering a range of basic scientific issues. Yet, a good literature review topic should contain a gap, which you can investigate, or the space for a wider interpretation. But if you pick a topic having plenty of research done on it, does it really make sense to get further investigations? The first sign of a good topic is your personal interest in a field. As a rule, the final result of each literature review comes down to the complex research paper. This is an assignment you are submitting to your professor and other students, or even to the commission. So, that is something you should live through during a semester. And you have to feel comfortable while doing research on it. The most obvious way to select a theme is to look through print publishing. Or you can pick the first idea on the professional websites that sounds good enough. Although it could turn to be the waste of time because there is no guarantee it is relevant for your field. And when you find it out, it might be too late. There are always a lot of literature review topic examples. But to come up with a final decision on it, you need to do some preliminary research on the corresponding, authoritative sources. A bit of brainstorming can also be helpful. But still, sometimes you might turn to be short for good literature review topic ideas. How to choose a proper one and make truly good research out of it? Let's look into the following options. What is a literature review? According to the direct definition of the term, the literature review is an overview of appropriate sources on a particular theme. It points out core fundamentals, specific features, and controversial aspects of the topic. The lit review consists of three main parts: introduction, body, and conclusion. In order to provide a comprehensive paper of this type, you need to summarize the most relevant academic works. Then you should come up with some conclusions, highlighting the gaps, where additional study should be conducted. Another significant element of the lit review is an evaluation of the contribution made by authoritative experts to the area of study. Also, you need to provide your audience with a critical analysis of the existing theories and methodologies. The literature review may include journal articles, scientific publications, books, investigations, and so on. It is acceptable to present some rethinking of the subject, reshuffling of the basic arguments. New interpretations and major debates can also help to convey the state of knowledge. The reason for writing a research review is the improvement of some crucial skills as critical thinking, writing and proper reading, analyzing, summarizing, the ability to investigate the topic, and so on. What is important while presenting a lit review? To define a methodology and theoretical framework of your research. To demonstrate the way your research contributes to a debate on a theme, and how it helps to cover an existing gap. To show your awareness of the context. To state your position in relation to the previous research. How to choose a topic for a literature review. Choosing a literature review topic can be a challenging task. Even if you have an idea that seems to be good, you still need to check it for strength. What could be helpful? Brainstorming. Writing down some ideas you came up with. Choosing the most interesting one. Searching for some data, publications, and cases on your topic. Are they relevant and sufficient for your work? Refining a selected theme. Anyway, if you still cannot catch up on a hot topic for a lit review, there are plenty of sources where you can find a proper, up-to-date theme, or inspiration. For example, there are academic journals in your field, annual reviews of publications on a subject, dissertations abstracts, and so on. Also, you can apply to specific lists of conference opportunities such as Call for Papers, or Call for Proposals. The sign of a good literature review topic is a contradictory issue you succeeded to find out in the area you investigate. If you have this, it will be quite easy to provide your audience with the arguments why an additional survey is necessary. Supposing you have an excellent theme to explore, but it is too narrow. What should it mean? There are no sufficient information and a comprehensive pool of publications you can rely on. So you will have to collect this data by yourself, and it takes much time. In the end, there will be a risk to miss the deadline. Thus, before coming up with a final decision on a topic, you should make sure sufficient research has already been done. Libraries, databases, encyclopedias, and free guides can also provide you with some ideas for a lit review topic. For example, Gale Virtual Reference Library has a great many resources in various fields. Topics examples for different fields. There are many possible examples of lit review topics you can find out on the net. But how to figure out if they are good or not? What makes a good literature review topic? First of all, it is analytical. You should be able to get to the point and analyze the data on it. Secondly, it contains a gap in existing literature, giving you a chance for further interpretations. Thirdly, there has to be a controversial issue, provoking a debate in the academic community. Now let's look into some precise examples for different fields. Psychology. 1. Counseling psychology practices for LGBTQ teenagers. 2. The effects of child abuse within the family. 3. Disadvantages of home education and its effects on socialization. 4. Methods of counseling psychology for children with the post-traumatic syndrome. 5. Memory dysfunctions and their impacts on perception. 6. Attention deficit syndrome and its impact on academic performance of undergraduate students. 7. The impacts of cyberbullying on teenagers. 8. Preconditions for compulsive sexual behavior. 9. Treatment methods for patients with postnatal depression. 10. Social representation practices of people with dissociative disorders. 11. The psychological perspective of self-representation in the digital world. 12. Methods to indicate school children behavioral disorders. Law. 1. World Intellectual Property Organization, evaluation of the effectiveness. 2. The evolution of international criminal law court practices and tools. 3. The U.S. Copyright Office and its practices from the digital perspective. 4. The analysis of the European Court of Human Rights impact on local governments' law enforcement. 5. The problems of legal enforcement in Eastern Europe. 6. Environmental law and its downfalls in Asian countries. 7. The rule of law, and the rule of reason, comparative analysis and perspective. 8. The comparative case study of insurance laws in European countries. 9. The free movement of goods and its limitations in the member states. 10. The approaches to harmonize the conflict of laws between the EU and the member states. 11. The misuse of the law of rape in rightful victims' protection, the examination of cases and practices. Economics. 1. Globalization impact on advertising. 2. Niche business and its benefits for local authorities. 3. The minimum wage dynamics in developing countries. 4. The welfare reform effects on local businesses. 5. Economic resources and social needs, the analysis of the fair distribution. 6. The redistribution of wealth during a recession and economic crisis. 7. The benefits for the government economy from healthcare reforms. 8. The socio-economic effects of the large charity. 9. The obstacles to overcome poverty in industrial countries. 10. The role of proper infrastructure in the elimination of the world food crisis. 11. The privatization effects on markets and businesses. 12. The regulation of government spending, does it really contribute to economic growth? Political science. 1. Comparative analysis of European countries' foreign policies. 2. The role of public opinion in authoritarian states. 3. Legislative pressure of the European Union on the Eastern member states. 4. Modern forms of communism ideology. 5. The reasons for political absenteeism in authoritarian states. 6. Amnesty International practices for refugees' rights protection. 7. Human rights in Islamic governments, change prospects. 8. The most effective practices for global poverty eradication. 9. Non-profit organizations and their role in human rights improvement in post-Soviet space. 10. The analysis of cybersecurity policies in European countries. 11. Government policies during the transition. 12. The importance of political ethics in election campaigns. Business. 1. Managerial techniques and evaluation of their effectiveness. 2. State regulation of small businesses and its impact on the quality of life in the region. 3. Pros and cons of franchising. 4. Advantages of outsourcing services for large companies. 5. The role of corporate culture in the improvement of business efficiency. 6. The influence of charity on the development of brand loyalty. 7. The effectiveness of marketing campaigns in IT startups, evaluation and analysis. 8. The development of business culture from an economic perspective. 9. The recession impact on small businesses, strategies of survival. 10. Digital tools in maximizing marketing campaigns' effectiveness. Conclusion. Selecting a literature review topic might turn out to be a long process. To write a really good review, you need to read and analyze many sources, which can be a bit boring. But the final result you are going to present should be complex and sophisticated. Your review gives you an opportunity to demonstrate the contribution you can make on the subject or the innovative approach which occurred to you. And that is why choosing a topic makes so much sense. Having great work done takes a long time, and it also can seem frustrating in many ways. The easier way out is to apply to a professional custom writing service, which can provide assistance from experts in your area of study, such as cheap paper writing.